But Fonz, what's popping, bro?
What's up with your boy?
Ain't shit, dude. I'm chilling, man.
I do you can. What's up with my boy?
Yeah, chilling, bro. I feel like I haven't seen you since you folded my T-shirt and put it over my shoulders at Gnome 11. What's good
Hey,
with you
Mike.
though? How you feeling? How you feeling since you've been out of Houston, man? You still on that stage mentally, or have we moved on to the next?
No, I'm always moving on. You know what I'm saying? I definitely, but that definitely was a high that lasted for a little bit longer. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because I was getting a lot of slack about the stage. You know what I'm saying?
about your
Lot,
about
lot,
your past performances on a big stage.
Basically, like niggas was questioning whether I was ready to perform on stage. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Cause you know what I'm saying. So you know what I'm saying. It meant a lot to fuck that boy up in there.
Is there a time where you have those moments that kind of go through your head where you're thinking the same thing, not really doubting yourself, but kind of just wondering if you're gonna live up to your own expectations? Do you feel the pressure from fans, or do you feel it more from like yourself, or is there
It's
any
always from
pressure?
my. I mean, sometimes I say it don't be no pressure. It wasn't no pressure for this battle until
Really?
like getting closer. I started thinking about last year. Like motherfucker got booed. Summer Madness, I got booed, and
Right,
I don't
right,
know
right.
why the fuck I got booed. Though I wasn't whack. I wasn't saying no whack shit. Probably
Yeah.
was rapping too long. You know what I mean? So that shit was playing in my head. I'm like, nah, I'm keeping my round short. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Trying to make any adjustments I needed. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't no pressure. It was just like, that'd be fun to me. You know what I mean? To live
Yeah.
up to that shit. You know, that should be fun because when you execute it, yeah, I mean,
And it's I mean, first of all, you obviously executed, and then like second of all, I feel like I don't know if this was intentional, but I feel like your pacing was really good. Like I feel like the biggest thing that stood out, at least for me as a watcher, was your pacing, man. Did you plan to kind of like slow? I don't feel like you went like necessarily like way slower than you usually do, but you had a really good balance of aggression and keeping that pace without overdoing it. You know what I'm saying? I know it's so
yeah,
easy to
yeah.
overdo it sometimes, and you really like step back. You were able to put out that aggression without kind of like gassing yourself out from a physical standpoint. You were floating up there. I had that as a career performance, man. I think that's the
I
best.
appreciate that.
That's the best Fonz I have personally seen on the watchback. Do you feel the same? Do you feel like this was,
I,
almost like a
I,
personal
I,
record
I,
kind of for you?
I ain't watching back yet, man. I'm about to
You
watch it
haven't?
back
Okay.
tonight. Nah, I ain't watching back yet. You know, I just been like looking at you know how you do after you kick somebody's ass, you go look at all the recaps and all that shit. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
So
right.
I've been spending the day, couple days doing that. Now I'm gonna watch that shit back and see how it look. You know what I'm saying?
Do you ever watch it? Do you ever watch yourself back? I feel like and it's crazy. I want to talk about this too because we both came up in E&J Battlegrounds, man. I was on the same card as you. What was the day that you battled Prez Mafia? Was the day that I battled Reaper.
Yeah.
So it's just crazy to see you coming from like E&J Battlegrounds to
And shout
to
out
to
E and
to
J.
the Summer Madness stage. Yeah, shout out E&J, man. That was yeah, it was an incredible performance, man. You really you held your own every single round. I felt like you wrote up too. Like I felt like as the night kind of went on and the rounds kept going on, it was like you kept you kept ramping it up as you went. One thing that URL implemented that you have seen for the first time probably since the app drop was YouTube drops. They dropped you in rum. How do you feel? Did you feel like it was a new me as a watcher seeing those battles drop when I had already watched it back then? It kind of felt like it was the first time that it was released. Did you feel like a whole did you feel like it was recent
Hell
when
yeah.
Rum Nitty
You know how
dropped?
many you know how many people that ain't see that shit? Like people hit me up like, "Oh, you battle wrong." And I'm like, "Yeah,
Right,
man,
right,
y'all." You
right.
know what I'm saying? So it definitely was good, and I was asleep when that bitch dropped. So when the bitch when it dropped, I woke up like, "Oh shit!"
Did
And
they
the
tell you
first one,
beforehand?
yeah, nobody told me shit.
Nobody
That
told you,
shit
they
was
just
like,
dropped it.
I said,
I
I
take
was in
it.
this bitch sleep. I was in here sleep. I wake up to a bunch of text messages. Told my man Rum, I'm like, man, y'all niggas just not getting that. You know what I'm saying? That
Right.
shit on the tube. Yeah, that shit was lit.
That yeah, I mean it was lit to watch. It felt like it really felt like it was like the first time watching it, and then you see, like do you feel like that's something that they should do? I feel like they should do that after every major card. I feel like, or like the week before. the card. I
Yeah.
think to highlight
That,
every single battler, it's a really good incentive to one watch the event, and then two get the app to see the catalogs from everybody else.
no, I think that's a good idea, especially how they did it. Cause I wasn't even. I seen everybody putting their bid in for their YouTube drop, but I was so locked in on Suge, I wasn't even like studying that shit. I ain't gonna even lie.
Right.
I'm like, man, I ain't about to even participate in, pick me, drop my shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't about
Yeah.
to do nothing. I'm about to stay locked in on him.
I
So,
mean,
but
it definitely showed on the stage. I mean, your focus and ability to just block out whatever's going on, because you know the role. I mean, you know the objective, man. I think that's one of the biggest highlights about you. I mean, you're known as one of the best punchers in the game,
yeah,
but you understand the objective at all times. Like even from the Lou Castro battle, just understanding what it is that comes out of a great performance. I feel like you step up, at the right
yeah.
times. Um, I want to ask, the nickname Landlord, is that self-proclaimed? Is that something that you came up with, or is that something that has to do with your hometown? Where did the
Yeah, that's
Landlord come
Cleveland.
from?
That's just Cleveland. Cleveland.
That's
Cleveland.
Cleveland. That's just
Landlord.
straight
Yeah,
up
yeah.
Cleveland. How do you
Yeah.
feel representing Cleveland, like you know what I'm saying, as one of the top, battlers coming from out of there? Do you find that important?
Hell yeah, it's important because I'm the first one. You know what I'm saying? I'm the
Right.
first one. I'm literally, paving the way
Yeah.
for Ohio. So,
Mm.
you know what I'm saying? Like we had Deacon Frost and shit like that, but like they ain't like me. You know what I'm saying? They ain't like me. So I'm paving the way. So that's important because down the line when you got the newer MCs and all that shit, I'm gonna be the Mook, you know what I'm saying, or the Lux
Right.
or whatever from my region. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's important too with the Midwest movement. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Because nobody's
Yeah.
never been from Ohio.
That is true. I mean, now that I
Yeah,
think
it's
about it, do
definitely
you
important to,
are there
to
any
hold
up and
down my city.
comers? Are there any up and comers from your city
Hell
that
yeah,
you?
hell yeah, we got nothing but night killers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Dialing 5 times, C Still, Cash Money,
Okay.
fucking Busy. You know what I mean? We got killers. Ruger,
Nice.
Dato.
Nice. Well, I mean, you and Rum is a crazy classic. It was very reminiscent of him and Av too, just because you're getting the best punchers. Like, there's nobody that punches like y'all. Is there an attribute of yours that you feel like is overlooked because you have something that is such like your wheelhouse? Like, because you're so known for punching and it's highlighted, is there an attribute
Everything,
of yours?
everything overlooked.
You think
Everything
so?
overlooked because of that.
Yeah.
Everything overlooked, bro. I literally get scheme crazy. And
Right.
this year, since like when me and Nitty battled, you know,
Mm,
then they said I'm the greatest puncher, and he's telling the truth about that, the greatest puncher ever. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So when me and Nitty battled, that's like okay, I didn't battle Av, I didn't battle Nitty, I didn't battle the top punchers.
Right.
Now I come into this year battling Mac. He a good puncher too, but what I do against Mac, I punched him up, but
Mm,
then I hit him with a crazy scheme.
right. Right.
Schemed the whole, damn near the whole round, but
Hmm.
got reaction. Did brought it back and still do it. I do that shit be showing off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, I just do against Suge. I hit him with crazy football scheme.
I mean, listen, Fonz, you talk to people. You angle punch. There are a lot of punchers. I think you would fit Myers and Nitty in the category, and I don't mean this in a fucked up way, obviously, because those are two of one of the greatest battlers to ever do it. But they fall into the generic punching category, where it doesn't necessarily matter who's standing in front of them. If it's not a name flip, it's going to be something that's pretty applicable to every battler. What separates you and Av, though, is that you guys are angle punchers, which I think is so dangerous because usually there's people that just talk and they rely on the topic that they're speaking on to land as a punch. You will
Yeah.
talk over the course of a 3-bar setup and then land a very heavy punch on top of it, which makes for a extremely dangerous. I think you're one of the most dangerous punchers and battlers in general, because of that one thing that I feel like people don't focus on, which is also a compliment in itself. Because you're so good at punching, people only want to talk about, or for the most part will talk about that, but you have a very dangerous way of punching, and I feel
Hey,
you combine two of the most you know, effective
I hate
styles, angles and punches.
I hate the random lines, bro. Like sometimes I
Right.
sprinkle the bitches in there just for the, on the fan side. They
Of
like to
course, yeah.
but I love to battle somebody who got that luggage. You know what I'm talking about, Mike? That luggage, that whole catalog of shit that
Right,
I can
right,
pull from
right, right, right,
and
right.
make punches out of them bitches and really put them bitches on. If
Yeah,
I get somebody with a lot of luggage, it's over with, man. Like there's
yeah,
nothing you can do.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What's a battler? I mean, what's in your sights right now? I mean, you're stepping off of a career performance. You're stepping off of another Summer Madness stage. I mean, there's a lot that comes with that. Are you more focused on booking cards, or do you have people in your sights? You know, what does Fonz care about right now? Is it booking battles or booking events?
Um,
Do you care who it is as
the,
long as it's on a, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, I do care. I
Yeah.
do care. I want to battle Turkey before the year out. I want to
Mm.
battle him on volume. You know what I'm saying? I want to battle him before the year out because I'm really like I got a little personal shit I be trying to do,
Right.
and I've been hanging up jerseys. So I didn't hunt. You know what I'm saying? I didn't put old red in the closet. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying?
Mm.
Rock shotgun shook. Now I'm hanging him back up. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Might come out with the rebel jersey next. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Get the rebel jersey, then Jerusalem jersey.
Take
I'm like
the
fabulous with the jersey. You know what I'm saying?
take the take the whole region out. I'm
Yeah,
with it,
take
man.
the
I
whole
mean,
region out.
I feel you. I feel you on
But
that.
definitely, I want to fuck John up.
Right.
Um, Arsenal, twerk, chess, Charlie Clips,
It's a big list.
and rock. Not all this year, but eventually.
Dude, I would fucking hope not, bro. It's about to be September
Hey, hey,
tomorrow, man. You can't
hey, listen,
don't
bro.
do that, bro.
I be with smoke.
You're gonna eat off that Summer Madness performance. You could chill for a little bit. Jesus.
Hey,
Um,
Mike, I'm every 2 weeks with it. That's what we come from right there.
yeah, yeah, sharpen the blade as many opportunities as you get, right? Especially if people are hitting you up for a bag. Especially if people are hitting you up for a bag. How did you feel about Summer Madness in general? Did you like the event? Did you even get to watch it live? Were you too focused on your performance? Were you gassed out after?
Um,
Like,
I I watch like I was like in and out of watching them. You know what I'm saying? Like I watch a little bit, and I go in the back and listen. But I just so you know how that be when you about to battle.
yeah.
Yeah, so it was like I'm just on my water and you know what I mean, running my shit.
Can you eat?
You know
Can
what I
you
mean?
eat?
Hell no.
That's crazy, man. I feel like, yo, you know what's wild? You know what's wild,
Hell
man?
no.
Like, bro, I've been rapping on camera since 2013. I want to say it was like my first E&J battle, 2013. And I used to say for a while, and even when I used to do shows like for songs, like when I was in high school and shit, I was just say like, yo, if you're not nervous, like there's something wrong with you. You gotta be like, you have to be
Yeah.
nervous, right? And it's wild because ever since Ultimate Madness, I haven't been nervous. But it's like it's wild because like on one end I could be like, nah, I'm just ice cold now, like you know, it's that's just me. But then on the other end, I think it's because I got cooked so bad that I now experience like the worst that could possibly happen, and I feel like
Oh man.
I just don't care anymore. I could eat now. It's like I unlocked the cheat code,
That's
bro.
crazy you
I
say
could
that. Let me
eat.
tell you something.
I could be
Yeah.
absolutely fine before battles. I'm almost looking for the nerves, bro. I'm like, where is like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it takes me off guard.
I lost my nerves for a minute too.
You did?
So I think I lost them and I was like, it wasn't nothing about getting cooked. It was just like this shit is like I'm really fucking these niggas up, and I ain't really trying like that for real. Like y'all niggas ain't
Right,
really
right,
see
right.
me like you know what I'm saying. I'm literally getting off for a long time
Yeah.
on some like you know what I'm saying. Like nigga, I ain't giving this nigga 100, but he think I'm on 100. You know what I'm saying? This nigga just
Right, right,
sweet
right.
like that for real. So I'm coasting until I finally fuck up, and when I fucked
Mm.
up, it's like oh shit. You know what I'm saying?
Then
Like
you
damn,
started getting nervous. You think when he fucked up, it triggered
yeah. You know
pre
what I'm
battle nerves.
saying?
It's crazy because I feel like it's the
So
same.
yeah, when I
It's
fucked
the
up, I was
total
like,
opposite.
oh shit, no hell no, I don't ever want to feel like that no more. You know what I'm saying? So now, I think when I went back when I battled Danny, that's why I felt good about that battle, even though a nigga was getting booed and shit. I still flipped the crowd back, right?
Right,
I
right, right,
flipped the
right, right.
crowd back.
Which is
I'm
more important
proud
than
of that
anything.
performance.
Right.
I'm proud of that performance because I was able to adjust. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
It's
In the
wild.
midst
It's
of that
wild how
shit.
that works. It's wild that that fucking up would make you nervous after battles, but then there's people that, because stand-up comedians say that all the time, it's like the best thing that they could do is bomb. If you bomb on a stage, it's like, okay, this is how it feels. So whatever you're used to be nervous about, you just did that. And if it didn't feel that bad, then you don't necessarily have to worry about if you fuck up again. Some people take it that route where it's like, all right, this is something that I've always been afraid that would happen. It happened,
But
and it don't
that be
even
the
feel that
motherfuckers.
bad. It don't even feel that
That
bad.
be the motherfuckers who keep fucking up because they like, it ain't that bad. I can deal with it. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
this is okay. Okay, this is
Yeah,
okay.
nah, I ain't that motherfucker. I'm like, hold up, man. Niggas
I
playing
could,
with my name. Niggas playing with my name and shit. Like, oh
right.
yeah, Fonz gonna fuck up or something like that. Like that shit. Nah, hell no.
Of course,
Yeah,
of course. Yeah, I mean the competitive aspect. Obviously you don't want to fuck up again, and you're gonna go harder. I mean, I think anytime I ever, like felt like I fucked up or lost a battle, it always worked out. Like it always worked out because it just stepped me up. You have to have that, and as I said, like your ability to understand the objective, like what I was talking about back then, is the same thing as like just being able to read the room and step outside of yourself, and even if you had a good battle and you had a great performance, still be able to critique yourself and look at the bad aspects. What did I do? What should I have done at this point? And I think you do that, right? I mean, I would imagine
yeah,
you filter out things even with a great performance. There's plenty of times where I have a great performance and I step back and I go, why did I look left when I said that? Why did I rehearse
yeah.
saying it like this a million times? Like, why did I do, you know what I mean? I feel like that's what keeps people on their toes.
Hell yeah. Then you got to start. Be able to do that up there too. That's what's getting nice. Like I feel like I'm getting good at being able to do it right then and there. Like what I'm saying. I'm
Right.
this shit in slow motion for me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, it's a wild, like, out of body. A lot of performers say that all the time. I remember, like, I think Billy Joel said, like, he would step off stage and someone would go, "Man, when swung that guitar around your shoulders, like behind your back, that was crazy." And he'd
Yeah,
be like, "What are you even talking about? Like, I don't even remember doing that." You know what I'm saying? Like, I look back at
yeah,
performances and be like, I don't even remember when this person grabbed my shirt and pushed me. And it's like, because it's like what you're meant to do just takes over, right? I mean,
yeah,
stepping on a stage, just not even doing it, right? If you just sat down and thought about stepping on a stage, there's probably 100,000 people watching live. You're in a gigantic venue. There's 2,000, 3,000 people. You're about to perform something that you've never performed. You only have one chance to do it. And then there's someone in front of you trying to kill you. If you sat down and thought about that scenario, you would get more
and
nervous.
sometimes you got niggas yelling, "Yo, fuck you,
Right,
fuck
dude.
out of
Before
here,
you even rap, you know what I'm saying? Fight back, fight back. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
kill that motherfucker."
right. So I think that's the crazy part about anxiety, because like my thing is, like, I always think anxiety is just, it's fake. It's fake fear. You know what I'm saying? So like if you thought about that scenario, it's going to bother you way more than being in the scenario, because when you're in the scenario, your outer body takes over. You know what I'm saying? It's
Mhm.
not something normal to do. So it's like, that's where you find out where people are built for it. And, once again, I tip my hat for you. This was the battle personally for me as a fan of you, to go like, oh, okay, he just does this. He's built for this. He's built for it at the highest level. And it's just dope. It was dope to see you, just in your fucking bag when the
I
lights are
appreciate
at their
that.
brightest. When the lights are at their brightest, it was dope.
I appreciate that.
Do you have like a toughest battle ever? Is there a battle that you consider
I
to
tell
this
you,
day was maybe
I ain't
either
gonna,
tougher to write or maybe on stage?
nah, I ain't gonna lie. Shit was a tough battle to write for, man. Like, cause and respectfully to him, you know what I'm saying? Cause
I mean,
that motherfucker,
Suge's a beast.
that, yeah, he a beast, but that motherfucker don't be saying shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I was confused like a motherfucker. Like, what the fuck I'm supposed to say to this motherfucker? He don't gotta say nothing to you. He ain't gotta say nothing to you. That motherfucker
Right.
can just say anything to you, and it's over with. You
Right,
know what
right,
I
right,
mean?
right. Where it goes back to those kind of like generic, where it's like it's just applicable to anybody. Anybody
Nah,
can
but
stand in front of.
sometimes he do get on motherfuckers' ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? He'd say some shit his way, but I'm
Right, right,
saying he
right,
don't have
right.
to put as much into it as like we do. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, it's like, how do you attack this motherfucker? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of course he gonna be trying to beat me to the punch. He gonna
Hmm.
be trying to rap fast and shit like that.
Of course, of
So it's
course.
like he was a little tricky to figure out. But I, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man,
You just
I'm
you beat the
I'm
shit
gonna
out of
put
him. Yeah.
yeah, that's what
It's
I said.
probably
You
the
know what? Fuck
best
it.
answer, the best
Listen,
solution to you were just like, all right, he does
yo,
this, he does
my
that.
my
I'm just
brother
gonna
my brother
run
told me
through it.
this. He said, bro, why you on so much on defense, bro?
Mm,
Why you don't get on offense?
right,
And it made
right.
sense to me. He like, bro, you got way more motherfucking weapons than him.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Use all your weapons and then make his weapon one, you know what I'm saying, make his weapon look, you know what I'm saying? Like he only got the little pistol. We got rocket launchers, we got, you know what I'm saying? We got all this shit. Grenades, throwing
right.
knives, you know
Right,
what I'm
it's like
saying?
you could have the general respect for him because of like what he's done to get here and what he was doing like before you came along. But at the end of the day, the gloves are on, and I know your holes, and I think I'm gonna knock you the fuck out by the end of the second round. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
that's just how it is. That's how I feel about Rosenberg too. Like I got Rosenberg next week, and I got a lot of respect for him. He's a great battler, but it's like the same thing. It's like I look at him as someone that like talks really good, but if I could neutralize that, I have so many more facets of my game that I think trump his. So it's gonna
Yeah.
be
And you gotta, and the more you show that shit, the more it's gonna expose his shit. You know what I mean? Like, oh
right.
no,
You
man,
just
this
got to
nigga,
stay on top of it. Yeah, it's just like a reading the. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta. It's a lot of things. Like bro, there's so much more that goes into this shit than just writing. You know what I'm saying? Like you really got to figure the person out. The approach is everything. You know what I'm saying? Like the approach is everything. There's a lot of skilled people, but sometimes they don't know how to they don't know how to wield the sword. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
That sword is sharp, but sometimes they think that they could just swing it. I'm good at this, so I'm just gonna double down on it. There's some battle rappers that you're like, all right, I'm facing this guy. I gotta back away from some of this. I gotta do a little bit more of that. I gotta, rap a certain type of way. That's why it's hard to predict battles, man, because at the end of the day, it's not necessarily about who the better rapper is as much as it's about
Nah, that's
who took the better approach. We're all killers. Every
and
single
once
one of us are
yeah.
capable of killing the other guy. It just depends on how we approach it. What is our plan of attack, and not the
I
and not the weapon itself.
That's a fact. That's a fact, bro, because anybody can win. But
Anybody can win.
I try to look at, I like to find where people vulnerable at, you know what I mean? I like to find that weak spot and I'm gonna try to motherfucking,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's the
I'm
best. Yeah,
coming
of
for,
course.
I'm going for the weak spot, then I'm attacking that shit. You know what I'm
Of
saying?
course.
Even if everybody don't know, like if you got beat up by Timmy in the third grade, I'm gonna say something about it. You know
I'm
what
gonna
I'm
bring out
saying?
Timmy. I'm bringing out Timmy.
I ain't gonna bring
I'm
out
bringing him
Timmy. I'm gonna
out.
say something about it in the round on some slick shit. And
Right.
then it's gonna fuck with your mental. Like, what do you know about Timmy? How the fuck you know about Timmy? Nobody else don't know what you talking about. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna
Right.
fuck with that person.
I'm mad. Yeah. I mean, yeah,
This
100%.
shit mental,
Yeah, that's
bro.
the best
This
way.
shit
Like for
mental.
dude, for me,
This
it's
shit
like
mental.
it
This shit mental, bro.
very very. I mean in real time too. You could write a certain way and like make a facial expression in a certain way that could get your opponent in a trap, get him to act out or get him to react or say something, and then boom, not only does the bar hit, but now that guy looks bad. Now you made him say something. You know what I'm saying? Like I did that to Chef bro. I did that to Chef Trez once. I said I pretended I said like you told Ryder, and then I said a bar that he did not say at all, like completely made up bar,
Yeah.
just for him to go, I didn't say that, and then go, well, you didn't say that, but you know what I'm saying? It's like it's
Yeah.
setups like that where it's like you see
The
the plan of
bait.
attack and different angles, bro.
And that shit right there, that type of shit is knockout shit right there.
Yeah,
You bait
I said,
somebody in the
I
eyes.
said, you told Ryder I'm like a lunch lady with the tray. I'll dish you kids. And then he went, what? And I was like, yeah, I know your bitch ass ain't say it. You probably wish you did. Immediate fucking head start. To me, that's like freestyling. Like people that
Yeah.
are really good at rebuttaling, they have the ability to open up the round on a hot start. You know what I'm saying? Because for the most part, when you start a round, you're setting up. You're not punching immediately. When you freestyle, that's like that's a crazy advantage because you could start on bar one. You could have the lead up on another battler.
Yeah,
Have
definitely
you
could.
have you ever dabbled in like rebuttaling? Like, do you rebuttal much? Is it something
Man, I
that
be
you
rebuttal in every battle. Well, I
you
just
rebuttal
rebuttal
every
shotgun.
battle?
I just rebuttal
I'm
shotgun
probably
shit
high.
with
I'm
T
probably
Mac.
high.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Hey,
you
look,
did, dude. I'm high, man.
hey, look. No, but you know what? It don't be seeming like I be rebuttaling, but I do be rebuttaling. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to test the waters with the shit.
I
If
mean,
I
that's
can
the best.
freestyle,
Those are the best freestyles. The ones that sound the least like a freestyle and more like a setup, like written down material. That is the best freestyles, to be honest.
yeah, cause like it allowed me to be able to. I do switch my material a lot. Like while I'm rapping, I
Yeah,
might okay, I got this shit sitting over here in the cut. Ain't no round. I'm about to put this shit right in here. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Depending on how the crowd going. You know what I
Do
mean?
you switch your material up a lot before battles or while you're writing?
Yeah, yeah. I
Really?
do that shit too much.
You do it too
That's
much?
probably too much. Too much, bro.
It's
I have a
scary.
half a
It's
round.
scary.
I have a half a round, and then another half a round, and another half a
Oh my
round.
god,
But it
nah.
could be that half a round. You know what I'm saying?
You're giving me
Hold up,
anxiety.
hold on, right quick.
Yeah, of course. Take your time. Mike, let the guest talk. Damn. Shut up, Prince. I'm having a conversation, okay? Jesus Lord. What the hell happened to the Oh, okay, okay, okay. It'll pop back up normal. There we go. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to keep you on too long. I really appreciate you coming on, and I look forward to like what you have next. I do have a couple I do have a couple questions that I ask my guest before we wrap up, and I want to see your take on this. Would you rather have universal respect or unlimited power, Fonz?
Universal respect or unlimited power? Unlimited power.
Unlimited power. Rum Nitty said the same. Reasoning behind it?
What you mean? They gonna respect. What you mean? Unlimited power, which I need y'all
Duh.
respect for. I got unlimited. Yeah,
Right, right,
y'all gonna
right.
respect it and check it for real.
Respect. All right, and then this will probably be a tougher one to answer. Um, would you rather every single time a song, a tune, a commercial jingle is played, you have to get up and automatically sing or dance? What do you do, Fonz? I'm talking. You're sitting in a park, and someone just starts whistling.
Dance.
You have to get up and do you sing or do you dance for the rest of your life? By the way,
Actually, I'm gonna sing.
you're gonna sing.
Yeah.
Do you have some singing talent, or you just realize you're not as that you're
I
terrible
mean,
at
I
dancing?
feel like a motherfucker rather hear a motherfucker sing than see a motherfucker dancing around all day long. You know what I'm
Oh my
saying? So a song to cheer a motherfucker up.
right. Okay, okay. And yeah, I guess people are a little bit more lenient to like a nice little song, a nice little song as compared to a dance. Dance might, scare people. Do you have a
Yeah.
favorite verse? Do you have a favorite verse from yourself? What's your favorite Fonz verse?
My favorite Fonz verse, I ain't gonna lie. Round two for shooting. Round two for
Round two for
shooting.
Shuni.
That's my favorite Fonz verse, I think. Or round two for Lou Castro. I'm a round two type of motherfucker. You know what I'm
You're round
saying?
two.
Yeah.
But I feel you, man. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. I feel you on that. I feel like
By time
seconds are the best turn up ones.
by time
Um,
round two come around, it'd be like I done shook, you know what I'm saying, shook off the motherfucking nerves and everything. So it's on.
does it take a round to usually
It
get the
don't
nerves
take
out?
it don't take a round. It depends on too if who go first. Because if somebody go first and they turn up, they in trouble, bruh. I be on fire. I be so mad, bro. Before I rap, if somebody go crazy, I be mad as fuck. Like, all right,
I feel like I feel like the opposite. If I have to kick it off, I'm gonna be nervous. If I don't have to kick it off, I think watching a performance will help me wean into the fact that I'm in a rap battle.
mm,
I feel like that helps me. That helps me more. If someone goes first, I'm like, all right, this battle has started. I don't have to kick it off. I just have to trump whatever this person does. But I don't win coin tosses, so I'm usually going
man.
first. I don't know what the
I
hell I'm
I
talking
lost
about.
some bitches the whole tournament, every coin toss.
Yeah,
I went first every time.
that's insane. How'd you feel about like the UM like gang going crazy on Summer Madness with
Hey,
Sig? You know, Ace
come on,
having
man.
a
We,
crazy performance.
we got the best class ever, man. You know what I'm saying? We got yeah. I don't know what class you was part of, but it wasn't that.
I was we didn't
It wasn't that.
dude, we were the smallest class ever. It was like me and Av. It was me, Av, None, and you know, somebody. Somebody.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah, yeah.
Brooklyn Carter. I don't know. Yeah, y'all
Hey,
got a
yeah,
crazy, you do have a crazy class.
yeah, we just went up there and went crazy.
Does it beat what was the other class? What, like Top Briz? Ah man, I mean how many yeah, I guess y'all probably have the most successful Lou Castro as well. Technically is from like that class, right? Wasn't
Yep,
he was on
yep,
that first.
yep.
Yeah, y'all are probably y'all are probably the most successful class for sure.
Where the bag at?
Yeah. I'd beat every single one of y'all,
Look
but
at that bag. Look at that bag from him. Look at that bug from him right quick.
deadlift Paul Bear because he deadlifts, bro. Lou Castro. I love how like Lou Castro made a joke about how like every single time you have a battle, he has to relive that moment. Was that a favorite moment from you doing that in fucking Chris Brown's house?
Oh, that was crazy, right? I ain't
Like,
gonna lie. That was a moment. That was a moment for sure.
that was a ridiculous
I
moment.
I ain't want to do my boy like that, man.
Shout out to Lou
Hey,
Castro, man. I love Lou Castro.
hey, listen, dude. When you battle a new person, do you feel like you learn something every battle?
From battling the part, yeah, I mean, yeah, I think you have two options to learn every single battle, right? You could take a lesson from your opponent, and you could take a lesson from your performance. So, yeah, I think there's battles that I walk off and I learn something from myself and from my opponent, and then there's battles where I've learned something from just my opponent and feel like I did everything I was supposed to do. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would
because
say
I feel
like how
like
can you not? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
if you're as
you
talented
gonna do
as you
something.
are,
Yeah, you
how,
gonna do something to be like, damn, I did that different. You know what I'm saying? That work out. Or these motherfuckers like when you know what I mean,
right.
type shit. And then I like to battle different motherfuckers. Like
Mm,
somebody who I ain't used to battling. That way I know how to defend against them. Because if
mm,
you just imagine the first time you battling right, and you ain't never and you battle K Shine out of nowhere. You ain't never see K Shine battle, and then
right,
you just
right.
battle this nigga, and this nigga's all over the place. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? That shit
Yeah.
it is surprised the fuck out of you.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that's like with that like with like funny battlers. You know what I'm saying? Like it's hard to
Yeah,
come across one. So when you run into one and you never dealt with it, it's like how do you because usually you're going against something aggressive, you're going against someone that's trying to like out, like grown man you, and then it's just someone making fun of how your fucking hair looks and you're like, I don't even know how to defend
that's
from this.
that's why I be punching them niggas straight in their shit. I ain't everybody will punch you straight
That
in your
seems to
shit.
be I mean, it's a pretty effective
Punch you going up.
solution.
Soon as the match start, boop.
Joe's all right. He's an angler. Okay, he tends to turn up in the third. He usually has pretty good first. Okay, I'll just punch him in the fucking face. I'll just
Yep.
repeatedly punch the shit out of him. Okay, this guy's funny.
Hey,
All right, he
listen,
has
most motherfucking battlers really can't handle that shit. Some motherfuckers like
no. I mean, you
some
guys
people
are
can't handle that shit. Like
you're the hardest style of. I mean, between I battled Av and I battled Danny. I mean, two of styles where you have to rely to beat
okay.
Fonz. You have to rely on setups that are so good it could trump the rate of punches that you have over mine, right? Because if I try to go tit for tat with you, if I try to outpunch you, I'm probably going to put a brighter light on how good you are at it as opposed to what I'm capable of doing, right? So the only way around someone that is giving the crowd a gift every 2 lines is have a 4 bar set up and 1 line be able to be better than 2. It's a really hard it's a really hard.
Yeah.
I failed verse
See, I like,
Av,
I like,
and
I
I had
like,
to
I
make
like.
history versus Danny, bro. I had to spit the greatest round, one of the best rounds ever, in
But
order to even
that was a
make
smart ass
make it
round though.
close.
That was a smart ass round.
Well,
This shit,
that's
this should
a
be like rock paper scissors, dead ass. Like certain shit, certain shit gonna trump certain shit. You know
right,
what I'm
and that's why
saying?
it's tough to beat you, right? Because like what I had to do with Danny is I had to have an angle, like something that is high risk, high reward. So I'm not punching with the same rate as you, but every time I go to land, it's just better than, you know what I'm saying, like what you're doing. When you're punching again, when you're angling against someone that you angle in your punches. So you're
Yeah.
doing what I'm doing and then possibly having a better reward at the end because you're better at landing a punchline. So it's like it's a scary thought, you know what I'm saying? It was scary
You
battling
smart. You
Av.
smart as shit. I ain't gonna lie. You smart as shit.
What you talking about? Smart for
You
what?
smart. You smart, man.
Oh,
you smart, bro. Your IQ high. You smart.
so is yours, man. So is yours. I'm also just giving
It's,
a reason as to why I'm scared to battle you. We got
hey,
a battle.
I've been
URL
on.
doesn't like me right now, but when they start, when they come around,
Cause
maybe
you
maybe we
went
could get it
crazy.
popping.
Why you go crazy like that, man? You know you weren't supposed to be going crazy like that,
I didn't
man.
go Fonz. I didn't go crazy on them, man. They went
You was
crazy. They
going
went crazy
crazy.
on me, bro. They went
You
crazy
was
on
going
me.
crazy. I was
I
like, man, come on, Mike. Come on, Mike.
I didn't wild out on them, bro. I just spoke what it was, bro. Like, yo, y'all either accidentally cap my talent or you don't have you don't got plans for me. You know what I'm saying? You know how they do. If they got plans for you, they gonna book you. They're gonna call you. And I feel like I've done things over the last couple years that garnered phone calls and did not get them. You know what I'm saying? So, and I was very The thing about this is a lot of people think I just went off on them randomly. I've been having not good conversations. When I got one of them on the phone and we working on a battle, I don't like the battle. I don't like the money. I don't like, I'm not understanding why I'm missing out on certain things. So that blog was just saying, hey man, like I'm just gonna do my own
But you got to
thing,
think
bruh.
about this, bro. Yeah, but you the better way to go about that shit. And I don't want to get off into that, but
Of course, of
everybody
course.
be waiting. Everybody be waiting. You know what I'm saying? Everybody be waiting till they. You know what I'm saying? All
Yeah,
of us. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
nigga don't. You know what I'm saying? Don't flip out. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody been waiting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think bro, and this is why I'm
You know what I'm
saying
saying?
like,
That's why we went up there and kicked them niggas ass. Them niggas been hogging this shit up. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right. And I mean
Everybody been waiting.
this is why I'm saying, like, bro, what I said in the blog, it really, bro, I didn't go crazy on them. Like, I wasn't disrespectful. I didn't say anything wild. Bro, I understand, but my whole point is, like, for now, I'm out until you got a slot for Mike P, and until there's something, like, there's no point in just sitting here and waiting. That's all it was, bro. That's all it
But
was. It was like, hey man,
if
if y'all don't care right now, I'm gonna go do this, okay? If you want to call me back, my phone line is open. I've said it a million times. If they wanna call me back, I'm here for it. But until then, I'm gonna go do some other shit, man. I got things to do. I got a career to go. I'm not just gonna sit here, and
my
wait till
thing
you
is
call me
my,
for
my
something that's not good, bro. They
but
called me
look,
for final exam in September, dude. If I sat down and I waited for that phone call, I'd be on final exam. But instead, for September, I got two, pay-per-view joints. And that's just for me going, hey, bro, like, I don't like what you guys are doing right now. You guys aren't booking me right. I could get bigger stuff. And you know what? Right now, I'm going to. I'm just going to do it. I got to pull the trigger.
I ain't gonna even lie. See, I don't know. Like I still like when I ain't got shit lined up, I'm still doing shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Right,
still doing shit.
right. Right. Yeah, I mean, bro, it wasn't from a sense of like inactivity. It was just the literal conversations I was having with them were not
Oh
good
yeah, it was
conversation.
pissing you off. It was
It was
pissing you
pissing
off.
me off, bro. And I mean, I've been with URL for 8 years. I like never had issues, never had issues. And then it became to where every phone call was like, they'd give me the offer and I'd be like, what the fuck are y'all doing? What is this? Why do I have this guy? Like, did y'all just see what I did to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I killed Sharon, son. Like, I killed Sharon and went viral with my rounds and all this, like all the crazy shit I did. They sat me down for 6 months, bro. They sat me down for 6 months. So even if I was active, if I decided to be active, waiting on that phone call, I still don't know why it took that long to get one. You know what I'm saying? And then when that phone call is something I don't even like, dude, it's just, you know what I'm saying? It just got to the point where I was like, I'm just gonna do my own thing, and I'm just gonna call y'all out on your bullshit, because if you're not hearing it privately, I'll say it publicly. I rap it on stage, Fonz. You know how many times I rapped on stage and I start my rounds and I look at Smack and I go, why am I here? Why has it been 6 years since I've been on the main stage? I've had plenty of performances that could have been rewarded with big battles, and if you guys aren't gonna do it, I'll find those big battles. I'll find them.
Yeah, man, I just feel like it's just a better way about going about that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Cause then you want to be talking about, you know what I'm saying, you want out. You know what I'm saying?
I
You
didn't
still
say I
could
wanted.
I feel like you still could do everything you doing right now without doing none of that.
You probably, but I mean, dude, I fought myself, man. I had blind loyalty for sure. I had blind loyalty where I held myself down. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't. URL never told me that I couldn't go anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? URL never told me that I couldn't go anywhere else. So yeah, in that sense, I held myself down to a certain degree. But you know, it just gets to a point where
And that come from like different era type shit too. Cause when you was coming in, it was like niggas just rapped in one. You know what I'm saying?
when I came in URL, man,
Yeah.
you had a good battle, you got something after. You just did. But also when I started out on URL, there wasn't, I mean, URL is a revolving door. There's a lot of people that rap for this league now. So, you know, in one sense, like I get it, because you have so many, URL has so many artists that they have to work with now, that it's easy to forget that there's other people to book. You know what I'm saying? So I said, that whole blog was just like, yo, if y'all forgot about me, which it seems like you did, you're calling me lately to kind of just fill cards, and not because you want to put me up on a pedestal or you want to give me another shot. You're kind of just using me as a card filler right now. If you're gonna do that, Mike P is still Mike P, and I'm gonna do what I need to do. So you know that's just what it is. I don't think it was that bad. You know, I didn't yell. I yelled. You know, I raised my voice, Fonz, but you know, I think you know, I had the right to. I'm not perfect.
No,
I've fucked up
you
on
had the
their
right
end,
to.
but
Let me tell you, just from my perspective,
yeah.
why it was fucked up, because when you was doing it, he was doing it, and he was doing it, and he was doing it. You know what I'm saying?
I
That's why it was fucked up. You know what I'm
bro,
saying?
I when I decided, you know, it was phone call conversations that made me want to do what I was going to do, and it was literally the day that they canceled the battle. And the fact that they put a pay-per-view wall behind a card, that they paid me like it was an app only event, right? So you paid me like it was an app only. A week before the event, you drop it as a pay-per-view. That was when I decided, all right, this is getting ridiculous. I'm going to say something. This is canceled, but I'm going to say something. But I completely understand, because it lines up with Easy and K-Shine and other people having these fallouts. Bro, it wasn't no hopping on a bandwagon. It wasn't that. It might have looked like
Yeah,
that,
that's just from my
but it wasn't
perspective.
that
Like
at all.
that's the only reason I was like, man, what is this nigga doing? You know what
Nah,
I'm
man,
saying?
dude, the day that they canceled it, I had to let people know that it was canceled. And when I got into the reasons why it was canceled, that's when I got into what I got into and started, you know, saying what I needed to say and discussing issues that I had with them. It wasn't on no, he's doing it and I've never been like that. I'm a lone wolf in this shit. I've never been on a battle rap squad. You're talking to someone that turned down being the third member of Gun Titles. Like, I really don't care to be associated with people or do things that other people are doing, because I've gotten myself pretty far from just being kind of like a solo dolo thing. So 100%, as I'm looking at this and I'm about to go live, for sure in the back of my head I'm thinking, they're probably going to be like, "Oh, Easy started a wave," and for sure, I think he had some legitimacy to what he said, but in no way, shape, or form was that like, all right, if he did it, now it's Mike P's turn because you know what I'm saying? Like, I get how it looks if you're looking at it from that perspective, but on my perspective, it was, I just had to do it. I was pressed for time to tell people why I wasn't battling Jackboy, and then all my frustration that came from the conversations and came from me battling him in the first place, just kind of blew up on live, and I just kept it real. Fonz. I'll kick. Listen,
Yeah.
if I'll kick your ass, I'll talk to URL. We'll figure it out, and then we'll finally get that battle.
Oh, hey, listen, I'm gonna be talking too crazy. You traitor, bitch, bitch. You said what?
Yeah,
Nah,
yo,
bro.
Fonz, man.
Yeah.
Fonz, I appreciate you, bro. I
Hey,
appreciate you,
Mike, good
man.
looking, bro. Good looking, bro. You know it's all love, my man. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Once again, yo, incredible performance on SM13. I look forward. I know homecoming's around the corner. We don't got to talk about it, but hopefully we at least see you before the year's out. Can you
Oh
say
yeah,
that?
for sure. Yeah, for sure, for sure.
All right, brother. I appreciate you, man. You be good.
No doubt, bro.
All right, dude. Peace. My dude. I've ran out of water. I've needed water. Have I looked like crackheadish, dude? Oh my god. I needed water 37 minutes ago.